name is Ruchika Wason Singh. I'm an artist, an art educator, and an independent researcher based in Delhi, India. I was trained in oil and acrylic, but it's a joy that today I'm able to also participate in this Sumuk Biennale, where I'm using ink as a medium. My work revolves with the research and use of traditional art materials from Southeast and East Asia. This includes using washi paper, shuan paper, and zaw paper, along with ink, which is sumi and the Chinese ink. Of course, this time I'm also using miok, which is Korean ink. My interest is in seeing how ink works with the different surfaces of paper and how it can impact the creation of the different forms which I want. The concept of my forms are related to human habitation and the way we live, the kind of choices we make, what we consume, and how that changes our physical environment around us. I like to use forms of objects which have been consumed and thrown away, but then every object is like a relic. What can it mean? And how can that come to our conscious living after consumption? Does it charge something in us, or do we just pass by that? For the Sumuk Biennale, I've thoroughly enjoyed working on the very shiny surface of the hanji, which feels like silk almost, or like satin. I've continued with my previous ongoing artistic engagements, which is about human habitation. But I've tried to use the expanse of the paper to create drawing format works, which are planned drawings, which I was doing in my sketchbook, but then I've tried to use the space of hanji and explore those on larger format. And I think that working has given me that kind of freedom to see how the movement of drawing can explore itself on a larger format. Working with the two-layer Jeonnam hanji has been very different as compared to my other works where I've been working with shuan paper or zaw or washi. So I felt that the paper is very strong. Of course, there are a lot of varieties in different kinds of papers, so I'm sure I've not used all varieties, but this particular hanji, it's very absorbent, but the absorption is slow, doesn't leave a patch, and it works beautifully, especially when I use either very light washes or I use pure miok. With pure miok, when used on a plain surface, and say 2 layers, there is this brilliant black which comes up. And at the same time, when I'm using very light washes, it leaves this light gray kind of an effect, which is very subtle, but the form doesn't fade. And at the same time, because the hanji is 2 layered, so the absorption is better and there's not much of blotting. And I think that gives some kind of a respite because one can splash more water with with less hesitation, more freedom. So of course the size, the scale of the paper is huge, and I think that has really made me think about the form. I always wanted to work with large scale format, and I think this has been a very good opportunity that I've been able to participate in the workshop for 2021 Jeonnam International Sumuk Biennale. I think that the main strength of the project of the Biennale based on ink is that it is a traditional medium, but in contemporary times it is giving space to contemporary artists to use it in contemporary ways. So I think you're keeping the tradition alive and at the same time also giving an opportunity to artists from Korea and also those from other countries around the world to understand how a simple but a very deep rooted medium can be used in contemporary times in various ways, and it gives us the space to explore its various possibilities. And I think that though we have technology, but tradition is always there to stay. So I think the initiative by the Jeonnam government is really important, and I hope that the people of Sinan are able to enjoy the show and connect with us, the artists, in our ethos to work with the media.